You write your name and tell them about your meeting.
Good evening. Welcome. I'm Susan Simpson, your county librarian. This is the first of a series of candidate forums with the Albany County Public Library and the Laramie League of Women Voters are co-sponsoring before the primary election for contested races only. We have, as you see, Commissioner and Sheriff tonight. On the 29th, we're going to have gubernatorial and state Senate candidates from the districts 9 and 11. And on August 12th, we're having the Superintendent of Public Instruction and the State Auditor candidates. The League helped the library purchase a video camera, which is supposedly working at the back of the room. We will be recording the debate tonight. No fancy camera work, no pans, no close-ups. And the plan is to upload it to YouTube. And so you can go to the library website and get the link to see the video. I hope. If you are a regular attendee at the forums, you'll notice that the sound system is much improved, yes?
Yes.
That's thanks to the Laramie Film Society, which is showing movies here on a regular basis and has done a lot for our sound system. Sample ballots are posted around the room by political party. Democratic ones there, Republicans there, and nonpartisan there. If you are registered as an independent, you are only going to be able to vote for the people on the nonpartisan ballots. And if you look, you'll see that they don't take up very much room because the only candidates are city council. So think about your voter registration. Would you add anything to that, Jackie? Okay, we also have 2 precinct maps over here. And so if you don't know where you vote, you can go there and look at your address and see what your precinct is. There are also handouts that give you resources for additional information, including the county's precinct locator, where you can put in your address and find out what your precinct is. There are also candidate information and League of Women Voters information at the side table. So I'm glad you're here. You don't want to hear me. I'm pleased to introduce our moderator tonight, Amy Williamson, who is the current chair of the State League of Women Voters.
But before she introduces me, she's going to introduce Nancy Lockwood, who is our voter service chair.
Oh, you looked at what I had to say. Nancy Lockwood is the voter service chair. The voter education is really important to the League of Women Voters, and Nancy is the one responsible for the long-term arrangement for this event.
Thank you, Susan. I'll move over. We'll have hopefully I won't duplicate too much because Susan and I wrote up our introductions here independently of each other. So I just want to welcome everybody here this evening. I am Nancy Lockwood. I'm also the first vice president for the League this year, as well as voter service chair. And I wanted to thank Susan Simpson and her library staff who help set this up every year or every 2 years, I should say, when we have elections. And I also wanted to thank Erin Lockwood, and yes, that is a relationship. I'll let her stand up here. She's a university student at American University in International Studies and Economics, and she has been assisting the League this summer in her bit of hiatus she has between terms with organizing the forum, and she's been a great technological support in helping us set up databases and such. So hopefully that will carry over into the general election when she won't be available to us. Before we get started with your questions for the county commissioner and county sheriff candidates, I'd like to take a moment to go over some general information. I'd like to remind you also to turn your cell phones off, please, or at least to silent, especially since we are recording this. And also, as Susan said, the hope is to get them online such that you can pick them up off of YouTube. And at least we will have them on DVD, right, for checkout at the library. So if you know someone who wasn't able to be here, or you want to hear some information that you didn't quite catch while you were here and get it again, the DVDs will be available here at the library for checkout. On the back table over here are some general information about the League and its activities, as well as membership brochures. So if you're interested in becoming a member of the League, we always welcome new members, and you don't have to be a woman. Membership is open to men, students, and family. There's a student rate and a family rate. In addition, we have on this table also a publication that the State League of Wyoming puts out, and I think it was last updated in 2006. It's called A Look at Wyoming Government, and it just has a wonderful wealth of information of history and information about how government works here in Wyoming, and I find it a wonderful resource. I keep mine available and check on it regularly when I get questions about various things having to do with our government here. In addition, on that back table also are candidate information. In the past, we have started our forums off with the candidates all doing a 3-minute introductory sort of statement, and we have decided not to do that this year, and instead have asked them to put together a written statement, and those statements, if they brought them, are on the back table for you to collect if you haven't already done so. And as Susan already pointed out, there are sample ballots and election information posted on the wall, so I won't go through all of that again. Some general information, and I've got the clerk here, so if I'm quite accurate here, go jump up and correct me here, Jackie. The polls for the primary election will open at 7 and close at 7 p.m. on August 17. So that is our primary election date. If you cannot vote on that time or choose to vote otherwise, you can go into the clerk's office currently and vote in person and submit your ballot there, or you can request an absentee ballot as well and then get it back to your office. Is that right? Yeah. And if you want to change any of your registration information, you can do that at the polls now. You're closed to do it at the office now at this point. Or can they still come into the office and change party or change addresses?
If someone would like to change their party affiliation or their address, they need to come into the office, do that, and they also will have to vote absentee at that time.
Okay. Otherwise, you can do that at the polling place on election day. You go to your current precinct, and then if you change your address, you do it there, and then you'll have to go and vote at your new precinct. Right? Yeah. Okay. Or you can change parties. So if you do want to vote for more than just city council, if you're an independent, that's the way to do it. If there's anything else in here. Oh, also the voter's guide. Traditionally, the league has published a voter guide and then with the Laramie Daily Boomerang. We are again doing that. It will come out, I think it's Sunday, August 8th. It also should be posted online on the league's website, and if you want those website information, I have the site names, and you get me after the forum, and I'll give you that information. They also will usually give copies to the public library here that you can come and look at, and usually we can put them around town at various places such as the Epson Center, the Rec Center, various places like that for you to pick up. And the voter guide, if you're not familiar, we provide questions to all the candidates running for office in the state. They send responses back to us, this is the league, and then we put those together in a guide that the Boomerang then publishes for us, so that gives you some information about how the candidates stand on the issues. And now at this point, we invited other candidates who might not be able to attend other forums, or if they're in uncontested races, to have a chance to attend if they wanted to introduce themselves. Do I have other candidates who'd like to stand up and introduce themselves? See one back here.
I'm Roger McKinley. I'm the city council candidate for Ward 3.
Welcome, Roger. And if you can stay through the end of the forum, we do end the forum with a period of time for the audience and the candidates just to mingle and chat with one another, so feel free to stay and do that as well. And now I will turn it over to our moderator. Or one more. Sorry,
I'm Grant Schoiper. I'm running for re-election for county assessor.
Okay, thank you. Yes.
Hello.
Oh, we have
I'm Matt Green. I'm running for House District 45 on the Republican ticket.
That's true.
I'm Kermit Brown. I'm running for re-election in House District 14.
And I'm Jackie Gonzalez, running for re-election as your Albany County Clerk.
You can leave out the ones that are running completely unopposed.